Guy walks in, he's kind of disheveled, walks into one of the most elite automotive dealers in the United States. He walks in, he's a little disheveled, walks over to the car, puts his hand on the car. A guy yells across the dealership. He says, "Don't touch that car." And the guy looks at him, says, "Hey man, I just want to check out the car." And the guy says, looks at him, gives him up and down. He says, "You don't know what that car's worth." He says, "I do know what it's worth." He said, "That car's worth $700,000. And the guy looks at him kind of funny and says, "Hey dude, check it out. Can I speak to your manager?" And the manager comes over and looks at him, gives him a glance, looks up and down. The guy's kind of disheveled. And he says, "What can I help you with?" He says, "Man, I really want to check out that car." He says, "You can't afford that car." And the guy kind of puts his head down, kind of defeated, and he says, "Well, is there any car that I can afford?" He said, "There's no car in here that's under $300,000. Obviously, you can't afford these cars. I need you to leave." And security grabbed him by the collar and walked him out. Within 24 hours, the guy comes back in a very high-end suit, and he's got two people with him. One of them's a lawyer, one's an accountant. Not only did he buy the car that he wanted, he bought the dealership and fired the manager. Here's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is you don't know who you're talking to. You never know. You never judge somebody based on their cover, based on what they look like on the outside. And this isn't about money. Sometimes we see somebody who's an alcoholic that's recovered, and we assume that they're still an alcoholic, and the world still judges them as an alcoholic, but they've changed, and we judge them by their cover. Some people have made bad mistakes in their past, and we've changed. We give our life to God, we've changed. We're a different human being, but the world still judges based on our old cover. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna challenge you, man, is when you meet somebody next, get to know that person. Sometimes what I find is when I get to know you as students and I get to really know your story, I have a lot of grace for you because I know the reason why you act the way you act. I had one student came in here, super aggressive. Man, he was trying to hurt people, he was trying to hurt me. Dude, put a little bit of pressure on him, pulled him aside. "Hey man, what's your story?" Find out that he was abused as a child by his dad. Now do we have grace for him? Does that make sense? Before we just think he's a jerk. You have to open up the book. And so I'm gonna challenge you guys when you guys are walking around, even when you arrest somebody, we have cops in here. Take a moment. What's their story? Maybe they're a teenage kid that's been acting out because they got no father in their life. It doesn't excuse their behavior, but what it does is gives you insight to the way they act the way they act. Let's never be the manager that doesn't sell somebody a car when they can buy the whole dealership.